Welcome everyone to this puzzle run where you can solve tactical problems along with me. And what is one of the best ways to improve your chess? Yes, solving tactical problems like these. So enjoy. If you need extra time, just feel free to pause the video. All right, so the queen has just moved here in this position. Let's see, to queen to b7. So what do we have here? We have a bishop, queen, and rook lining up here around the king. So do we have a threat? Let's see. Well, we can't go in through here because the rook is covering this h5 square. The bishop is covering here. Possibly here. Queen to e8. What does that do? Queen to e8. Then our bishop covers queen to f8, where we can continue checking. And then what can the king do after that? Or by then, I was wondering if we could bring our rook up here some way, but it looks like the knight can capture that. So let's check that. If we go up here, queen to e8 check, the king is forced to move and can only go here. And so, all right, and then we have the opportunity to bring our bishop up here and cut him off, force him to go here. All right, I think we can get a win with this. All right, let's try it. Okay, so we have this king moving into the corner. And now we could continue with our bishop, and he will be forced to go here. And anyway, this looks like the follow-up. So now, what would be best here? Do we bring the queen down here and check him again? And he could block with the knight. And do we have a follow-up? Then we could bring the rook up, forking the king and queen. All right. Let's see if that would work. All right. So if we do that, now he is forced to block with the knight. And then we could bring the queen up here and bring the rook up here, forking the queen and the king. All right, on to the next one. Let's see here. All right. Okay, we just had a capture here in the center on e5. Now what? How do we follow up here? Our queen is under attack. Do we have some type of attack on the king here with the queen sacrifice? So king would take, our knight could follow up, but then it seems like things would fizzle out. Well, do we just capture here? Do we just capture? So that looks like the obvious move is to just capture here. The rook would recapture. And then we could threaten a check here. Threaten a checkmate by bringing this knight to here. But he could just block that. And then what do? Do we check again up here? The king could come forward. Oh, but then we would have this check with the rook. The king would capture. All right, I think that would be enough to... All right, so now we threaten here. Oh, and he plays something different from what I was expecting. Well, we do have a check here. The king would be forced to move, and then we could attack here. All right. Now, do we attack with the knight? And then when the king moves, we can use a discovered attack. All right, so now the king would be forced to move to g1, and then we would have a discovered attack with check on the king by this knight, and the queen would be under attack. All right, on to the next one. Okay, the queen has just moved. Oh, and white has two queens here. Whew. So we are about to get destroyed by these two queens unless we can find some immediate way to attack here. All right, well, the obvious move would be a check here, forking the queen and the king, but this queen could capture. And then after a recapture, we are just down because he still has this other queen. Okay, well, what is another option here? We have a check by this knight, which is possible. So check. And if the king moved here, we could check him. If he tried to escape to e2, the rook could check again, and but would that do anything? Okay, let me look at that really quick. So knight to f3 here. If he goes here, we have check. Then he would have to go back to here anyway, but all right. Okay, knight to f3 check. King moves to f1. If we move our rook up and check, he moves here, then what? Do we follow up here? This is a little tricky. All right, it's probably this knight to f3 move, but let me take a look, see if there's anything else here. Not that I see, because we have all these threats of this queen jumping into here, checking us, and then this queen will get involved. Okay, so probably have to use this knight to f3 move. Okay. All right, now the obvious move is here. Okay. All right, now probably here, rook to d2, which will force him back. And so maybe we're looking for a draw in this position. Well, I should take, probably this move because, I don't know, maybe they were looking for the draw. Or is that a mate right there? No, because he can still go up here. And it looks like we would just check him back and forth. If he goes here, we just go up, and probably you'd be lucky to get a draw with these two queens. All right, on to the next one. Sorry I'm taking up too much of your time. Okay, the rook is just moved here to d8. So this cuts off the king, and the queen cannot mate here because our queen is guarding. But what can white do here? All right. So pause the video if you need to. But I see rook captures here. If the pawn captures, the queen captures with mate. So the king would have to move to here. We could bring the rook up here, and the king would be forced to move here, at which point we could check. Okay, I think that, oh wait, no, that does it. All right, here we go. Rook. And now back to here, I believe is best. And then here and mate. All right, on to the next one. I hope you found that as well. Okay, here we go. The queen has just moved here to g8, threatening to capture this pawn and check the black king. And that looks like trouble. So what do we have here? How do we end this game? Okay. Well, we have threats on the white king, but this pawn is a pretty strong defender. So, what can we do here? What can we do? All right. Oh, okay. Well, queen to g1 with check. The king would be forced to move. We could capture the rook with the queen and check again. He would be forced to move down here. But do we have a follow-up then? Do we have a follow-up? So, queen check, king moves, and now queen captures. Or do we just check? No, we would have to capture here. So check, king moves, capture the rook with check, king captures our knight. How does the queen follow up? How does the queen follow up? Well, if we check here, he could just march back up to here. Okay. So, we have to come up with something trickier here. Something trickier. All right. What are we missing in this position? What can we do? Queen here. He runs. We capture. Or is there a way that we can survive if he captures this pawn with check and we have to move? What do we have in this position? All right, queen checks, king moves, queen captures the rook, but it looks like the king escapes by coming down here, capturing our knight. And then if we were to check him here, that doesn't work. Or if we check him here, okay, if we check him, what if we check there? Oh man, I'm not finding the final follow-up on this. So is it something different than this queen check? So let's say we just go here, check. The king can escape out to here, attacking the knight. And I don't see any kind of follow-up there. All right. Well, I don't know. It looks like this move with queen with check, but then we have this. So once we capture and he goes here, how do we follow up? We could go here, or here, and then what? Move there. That doesn't work. Ah, man. I don't know. I might not be able to get this one. I hope you're having better luck than I am. All right. I'll check it one more time. Queen to G1 with check. King has to move here. If we attack, if we check with the knight, then he's going to be able to move there. And then I don't think we have anything unless, what if we check here? He goes here. We check with the knight. Then, if he retreats here, we can check him there. But then he can block with, okay, I think that's it. All right. All right, whew, that one was a little tough. I hope you got that one. So here the king is trapped. If he blocks with the rook, we just capture because of the knight covering with the queen this square. On to the next one. Okay, this one, the bishop has just moved here to d4. What do we have in this position? What does white have? Well, there's an immediate check here. So that is possible. So check. If he blocks with the pawn, we just capture with check again. The king can't move here or it's an immediate mate. If he moves here, that would be an immediate mate. So he has to go here to d7. Now, how do we follow that up? Do we go here with the queen? He blocks with the queen. Then we could check his king again. Or can we? No, because let me check. All right, queen check. King moves to here. We check him again with our queen. And queen block. We attack again. he moves here. Or sorry, we attack. He moves the king up here to d8. And do we have any kind of follow-up here? All right, well, I don't know. It seems like we're short. So queen check. He's going to run into this hole. Okay, queen check. The king runs into that hole. Do we attack him again with this bishop if he goes here? If he takes, we can check him here. All right, I'm gonna have to dig into it a little deeper here. Okay, queen check on h5. And the king, it looks like he has to move here to d7. And it doesn't look like we can do anything if we check him on f7 with the queen and he just blocks with his queen. Then I don't see a follow-up. Blocks with his queen on e7. And do we check him again and the king escapes up to d? d8. All right, so maybe we have to lure the king out. Queen check on h5. King goes here. Now we bring our bishop up here. If he moves here, we have a mate. So he would have to capture with his king. Well, then what do we do? Do we attack again? Or do we would probably have to go here, and then we could threaten here. All right, let's try this. Okay. That's not what they want. All right, let's go back. Do they just want this move here? Or, I don't know, even this capture with the queen? There, and then here. All right, I hope you found that. I should have looked at it a little more in depth and maybe I would have seen that move, but all right, on to the next one. Let's see if we can correct that one that, get a correct one after the wrong move in the last problem. All right, king has just moved here. What does white have in this position? Okay. Well, we have a knight move here with check. And looks like the king could just go back up into here. And if he does, what next? What next? All right. What do we have? Looks like knight to g5 is the most obvious move. Knight to g5. If the king goes back up into the corner here on h8, because the queen is cutting off this g8 square, then what does this knight do? Checks him again. The rook could capture. Then if we capture, what material just goes even, we'd be ahead by a pawn, but then he could capture. No, I don't. Does he have a check? All right, knight to g5, checking the king. If he goes up into the corner, we can bring the knight up and attack. Rook takes, queen takes. He could capture this pawn. What do we have then? I don't know. I don't know here. So maybe this knight to g5 move is not the best. All right, I don't know. That's the only thing I see. This rook is not doing anything. Maybe we need to get this rook into the game. So if we swing it over to here, then threaten to bring it up here and here, but that's 1, 2, 3 moves. Maybe that's too slow. In the meantime, we could have this capture, or sorry, rook here, and then if we trade off, all right. I don't know. It looks like knight to g5 is the move. And then how do we follow that up? We just jump up here. The rook captures. Then what? We just capture. Maybe the queen ends up here and we swing this rook over here with some kind of threat. Maybe to here and then here. No, because the queen could capture and be covering that. All right. Oh, we do have this threat. Queen here and here. Can he stop that? Queen here. All right. So if he goes here, we'll just have him mated. All right, on to the next one. I'll try and wrap this up so this video is not too long. Let's see here. All right, the knight is just what? Captured a rook, I think, right here. So what can we do in this position? Well, there's a threat here of the queen mating, but right now this rook is covering that. So what if we jump here and threaten a mate here? He would have to move his pawn. And then if we went here, the king could escape to here. Tricky stuff here, tricky stuff. Okay, so looks like, I don't know, this looks like the move to jump here, threaten a mate on g8, He has to move this pawn. So then if we go here, he moves that pawn, we check. The king is going to escape to here. What is the follow-up? What is the follow-up? All right, so that was not what I was expecting, him to bring that up. Do we have just a mate now? Oh, we're in check. Okay. All right, so we have to take here. Well, that changes things too. All right, so we have to capture this knight because the mate threat here now. Unless we move this pawn up. Nope, I think we have to capture. Okay, now we have to run up here. Okay. Now, we don't want to run here. That can cause problems. If we go here, he will do this. And what? We have to block. That seems to be our only option because this is not good. Or is it? No, he could check here. All right, now we have to be careful here. If we move here, there is a mate right here with the queen. So we can't just move here. We have to block, and the only thing we can block with is our bishop. All right, and we just come out ahead in material there. Interesting. Whew, I don't know. That was a tricky one. All right, I think I'll end it there today before this goes on too much further. Thank you for following if you've stayed here to the end. Remember, study those tactics to improve your chess game. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave comments or suggestions. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.